Yo guys, how you all doing today? It's me, it's Murray75. Guys, I'm back for another video. I know it's been a while, but let's just talk about that and see where we go. So guys, as I said in the intro there, and I know it's been a long time since I uploaded, and there's been a lot of things happen, shall we say, in the world of Scottish football. First off, I just want to say why I haven't really been uploading. Again, as everybody knows, we're going through this global pandemic just now. I've been extremely busy at my work recently because of that. Been really busy. Obviously trying to work as much as I possibly can. By the time I come home at night, I just, I haven't got the energy to upload. I just, there's times when I want to come home and I just want to, go to bed and things like that. I have to admit, from my own side of things, mental health wise kind of thing, because of that, I've been struggling, and I've kind of fell out of love a little bit with YouTube and uploading and things like that. So that's really kind of where I've been. Equally on top of that, I've been trying to get myself ready for obviously my daughter coming. If you don't know, my wife is due to give birth to our first child on the 27th of March 2021, which is amazing. It's scary, but it is what it is. And yeah, it's a daughter that we're having, so it's going to be something. It's going to be amazing when that happens. But that's obviously been taking up a hell of a lot of my time as well. Just obviously getting her ready, getting things ready for the world and things like that. That's taken up a hell of a lot of my time. So kind of, not in a bad way, but kind of Hibs have had to take a back seat for a wee while because of that. But things have calmed down a little bit, and I felt that I had to come through and make a video about things. It's just the way that it was. You can tell how tough the pandemic's been because of the state of my hair. My hair is absolutely wild right now, and to be quite honest, I don't really feel comfortable going to the barbers to get it cut because of all the restrictions and things like that that's in place just now. I know I'm probably sounding really silly, but it's just one of my fears just now. So yeah, I think it's only going to get worse for there, so we'll see how that goes. As I said at the start there's been a lot of things happening in the world of Scottish football since the last time I uploaded. I'll start with Hibs, because obviously, why not? Yeah, we seem to be going really good, don't we? Sitting second in the league just now. 4-0 win yesterday, 3-0 win last week. We seem to be hitting all the right notes right now, especially after, I think we had a really sticky spell, sort of towards like late November, early December sort of thing. We've had a definitely sticky spell since the semi-final against Hearts. And I think there was a wee bit of, I don't know what to say, a bit of grumbling between a section of the support, obviously saying that they want Jack Ross out and things like that, which I think is absolutely ridiculous. Funny enough, these people have not been seen for the last 2 weeks. Had 2 good positive results, so they kind of moan about how bad the manager's apparently doing. But I mean, honestly, we came through a really sticky spell. The performances might not have been great, but in a way we were still picking up results. Be that a point or 3 points here and there, we were still picking up results, and that's always a positive thing. And to be sitting second in the league, granted that might only be for no even 24 hours because Celtic played today, is brilliant. I mean, we're comfortably sitting in the top 4 right now. We're 12 points ahead of Motherwell, who are in 5th, I think. I could be wrong on that stat, please don't quote me. But the thing is as well, we seem to have a wee bit of swagger back. I mean, that was certainly evident yesterday. I think Hamilton were lucky to only get beat 4-0 yesterday. I think we could have beat them 6 or 7-0. I thought we were brilliant. From start to finish, I thought we were brilliant. I mean, granted, Hamilton didn't really offer anything going forward. But Hamilton are one of the teams where if they want to make a game difficult for you, they can do that by just sitting with 11 men behind the ball. And, sometimes, especially where Hibs are concerned, they've been pretty good at doing that recently. but they never done that yesterday. I thought that we approached the game in the right way. The tactics were spot on. I was very surprised that Mikkel Heiberg, I can't even say this bloody guy's name, Melker Hallberg. I was very surprised at his performance. Drey Wright put in a good performance as well, which I hope will do his confidence the world of good, because he hasn't really been, he's not really got the pulse racing, his Drey Wright, since he's arrived at Easter Road. I think it's fair to say that his performances have been fairly underwhelming. I gave him a wee bit of criticism. I can't remember what game it was, but I know I was quite harsh on him. And hopefully, you know, yesterday that's going to be sort of the day dot for him, and he's just going to get stronger for here, fingers crossed. The same thing could be said for Hallberg. Hallberg's been, I don't know how to describe Hallberg's time at Hibs, to be honest. I mean, it was a wee bit of a good signing, you know, when we signed him, and he's not really hit the heights that I think a lot of us expected, but hopefully, fingers crossed, this is going to be him on a wee bit of form now, and you know, we'll see where it goes for there. Doidge and Nesbitt again played really well yesterday as a partnership. Martin Boyle seems to have found that wee bit of sparkle again, which is really good. The defence played well last night as well, which again, a clean sheet away from home is always a good thing. So it's exciting times for Hibs. It really is. Hopefully, fingers crossed, we can keep this up, and you know, we'll see where we go for there. But you know, as I said on Facebook last night, could the Champions League be coming to Easter Road? Well, we'll have to just wait and see, yeah. Right, okay, that brings me on to another thing. You know, there's going to be a few things I'm going to speak about in this video, guys. I want you to know I have got them all kind of building up in my mind, because these are the things that I've wanted to come through and make individual videos of, but I've just not had a chance, so I'm going to do them all in a cluster. The next thing I want to talk about, obviously, a wee bit sad news here. It was made public in the week there that Hibs legend Alex Cropley is suffering from dementia. Obviously, first and foremost, I want to send out I just want to tell his family, obviously, that the Hibs family's thinking of him, and you know, we'll try and do as much as we possibly can for him and for the family as much as we can. That's one thing about us as Hibs supporters. When there's tragedy on board, we all band together, and we are a big family. You know, I'm absolutely devastated to hear the news about Mr. Cropley, because to me, I've had the pleasure of meeting him a few times off the park. A really, really, really nice individual, really nice guy. It kind of threw up a wee bit of debate in my house the other day, obviously, because we're talking about, there has been a lot of chat about dementia in football recently. You know, personally speaking, when I hear people say that things like headering the ball should be outlawed, and it should, because it's outdated and things like that, I think it's a wee bit silly, that prospect, to be honest, to say that you have to ban a part of the game. I think when you're having this kind of conversation, you are instantly going to open up a can of worms, in my opinion, because obviously you talk about football as a contact sport. There is no getting away from that. Obviously, they have to train properly for that, and obviously heading in is a part of that. That's just the way of it. Football training nowadays is even different from football training even 10 years ago. The balls aren't as heavy as what they used to be back in, you know, Alec Cropley's day. Is that a telling factor? I don't know. There hasn't been enough research done about it. I think obviously if you're going to start outlawing a part of a contact sport like football, is that going to happen in the likes of rugby? Is it going to happen in MMA and UFC? Is it going to happen in boxing as well? You know, once we start, where do we stop? That's kind of my argument just now, is once we start, where do we stop? As I say, I think there's going to be a lot of debate about football. Unfortunately, football just now is one of these sports where you do have to use your head to be good at it. You know what I mean? And I think it's, you open up a can of worms, in my opinion, talking about outlawing a part of the game, because by after that, if you're going to do that, you know, again, if you start that, where does it stop? I'm not denying that obviously guys who play in a certain generation, i.e. if they played in the 50s, the 60s, the 70s, even up to the 80s and early 90s, the footballs were different. They were real leather, there was loads of stitching on them, they were heavy when it came to being in the rain and the wet. Whereas footballs nowadays, I know, aren't even real leather, they're synthetic leather, they don't use as much stitching on the ball, it's all glued together with panels. Is that a telling factor? I don't know. But I mean, it's certainly something that should be, in my opinion, debated about, and it should be, things really should be put in place on the off chance that a player like Alex Cropley, like say Jack Charlton, who obviously had dementia. Bobby Charlton has now got dementia. There's Kenny Sampson as well as another one who's recently came out with dementia as well. Jimmy Calderwood, another one. You know, there seems to be a bit of a link between them. I don't know how it's going to be researched. I don't know how it's going to all kind of go together. But you know, it is what it is, unfortunately. But I mean, yeah, definitely thinking of Alex Cropley just now. I really hope that, I'm not going to say he's, you know, make a recovery of that, because we all know that kind of what happens. You know, dementia is in my family as well. You know, both sets of my grandparents have had dementia and Alzheimer's disease. It's a horrible thing. It's a horrible, horrible thing. But just as I say, I mean, I'm thinking of everybody connected with him, and I hope everybody's going to stay strong for him. I really do. Anyway, right, bringing to my next part of things, obviously, again, as I say, these are all things I want to make individual videos over, but they've all kind of been clustered together. What can I talk about next? Scotland. Finally getting ready to go to a European, a major competition. Going away, winning at the Euro 2021 playoff against Serbia, which was amazing. I can't speak for anybody else because I was absolutely screaming when David Marshall saved that penalty. I was on my knees, I was in tears, everything. It was amazing. It's gave me a lot of positive feelings for the future. I really hope that we're going to go into this tournament, you know, with a wee bit of guile, a wee bit of gusto, because I think it's going to be quite good. I mean, obviously we're going to have the carrot match against England. That's just going to be outrageously good. I hope, fingers crossed, this pandemic fucks off at that point and we're allowed back in the stadiums. I can't, however, see it. It would be amazing if we could, though. Another thing, you know, I mean, obviously that's just the fact that we are now in a major tournament after the first time in 22 years. Literally a generation has gone by where we haven't seen this. We're there now. It's amazing. It's such a good thing to look forward to. The positivity just now, especially around the national team, is fantastic. It's an atmosphere I've never really known, because obviously it's been that long since we've qualified for a major tournament. So the fact that we're there, the positivity, everything is, it's amazing. It's great. Yeah, fingers crossed. Hopefully that's going to be something that we just go for. And you know, we've shown already how good we are at penalties. You know, get to the knockout stages, you never know. Could we do a Greece? You never know. Okay, and last thing as well, guys, I swear, honestly, as I say, these were all individual things I wanted to talk about, but I've just clustered them all together. What's happening over the road at Celtic these days, I think that's hilarious, like, what's happened. I think they've really, can I be honest, I think it's really funny that the fans are just imploding. It's more the fans that are causing this drama just now. Just the sheer implosion that's happening at Parkhead just now is mind-boggling. I.e., fans throwing bricks at the club bus, you know, chasing after the bus, rioting outside Parkhead, protest. Now listen, I'm not saying that they have to be happy with the way that the club is necessarily being run just now. I know Celtic fans have had a long history with Peter Lawwell. They don't agree with the way that he's running things at Celtic. But the fact of the matter is, they have won 11 or 12 major trophies on the spin. They're nearly hitting 4 trebles, which is, I mean, it's amazing. It's an amazing achievement. Didn't he take the shine off the achievement that your club has made over potential? I mean, the only reason why it's probably a bad thing just now is, as it's looking, the likelihood is Celtic are now going to get 10 in a row. I don't believe at this point that they will. I think it'd be, I mean, to be honest, Rangers winning the league this season would probably be the lesser of two evils, because as an old non-Old Firm fan, you're either going to have to listen to Celtic saying, oh, we've won 10 in a row, or Rangers fans saying, we've won 55. You're between a rock and a hard place. But the problem is, with Celtic winning 10 in a row, the likelihood that achievement will never be broken. In Scottish football, that will never be broken. We know that. So, I mean, it is what it is. And to be honest, as I say, where the Old Firm are concerned, I don't really give a shit about the Old Firm. But the problem, the good thing here is the fact, me as an non-Old Firm fan, I can sit on the outside and just laugh, because between both Old Firm teams over the last couple of years, the fans have, in one way, let them down, and on the other side, they've let them down even more. The Celtic fans are proving this theory right now with the whole thing about rioting outside Parkhead because they didn't like Neil Lennon, which I think is a bit silly, because when Neil Lennon first took over, he was the best thing since sliced bread. They've done the same thing with Ronnie Dyler, they've done the same thing with Tony Mowbray as well. They're so entitled, it's unbelievable. I seen a post on Twitter the other day, this guy saying, oh, you know, Celtic, you always hurt me, you always do this, it's really difficult following a team like Celtic. Mate, try following a team like Hibs. That's disappointment. That's hurt. You know what I mean? It's one of these things. You just have to get on with it. Unfortunately, none of these, you know, you're never, ever, ever always going to get what you want in football. Football doesn't work like that. You know what I mean? Like, look at teams like Man United, Barcelona, Real Madrid. They're all big dynasty clubs, and even they're struggling right now. You know? So, I mean, honestly, see, for me, as an outsider looking in, I find it hilarious. I really, really do. I find it absolutely hilarious. Right, okay. I'm going to stop ranting and raving now, guys, because I've probably taken up more of your time than probably what I should have done. But, I mean, as I say, these were videos. These were all individual videos that I wanted to come through and make. I've just never had the time to do it. So, I wanted to just do things, everything in a cluster. And just to let you know that I am still uploading. I've just been very, very busy. Okay? I really, really do hope that you're all well. I hope you're all staying safe during this pandemic. I really, really hope that soon enough, again, I've said it in the last video, I'm going to say it again this time as well. I hope soon we're going to be back into stadiums. I hope soon we're all going to be able to go to the pub. I hope soon we're all going to be able to even go up and give each other a handshake. I hope these are the things that are all going to happen soon. But anyway, we'll see how things go. As I say, I'll leave the video there. Just now, if you're new to the channel, please hit that subscribe button down at the bottom of the page here. If you want to leave me a comment, please do so. Click the bell icon beside the subscribe button. That will let you know when I upload. With that being said, guys, enjoy the rest of your weekend, and I shall see you next time.